Who's controlling this analog horror? You are. Oh, that was so stupid. I'm so sorry. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Tonight we're going to be controlling an analog horror. This was suggested by some of you guys, so if it sucks, don't blame me, and if it scares the shit out of me, I'm blaming you. This is a series by the creator Code Red, who has a bunch of different analog horror stuff on their page, but this was the one that was suggested to me, and also sounds super cool. Link to this so you can play it will be down below in the description. As I understand it, the basic idea is that this is an interactive analog horror experience on YouTube itself, which is super cool. I think that's a really cool idea, and I'm excited. Hopefully, it's interesting. Literally, I have no idea what to expect, so here we go. This is an interactive video. Watch to the end to understand.
You have been selected.
Holy shit.
If you're seeing this broadcast, you are now part of the Code Red.
I like the
a
voice acting.
Top-secret organization built for missions no one dares to complete. We are about to send you to a school right now. We are getting a lot of reports saying that something is wrong in this school. We need your help to investigate the situation. Listen very, very carefully. Do not skip. Do not look away. And above all, do not tell anyone you saw this.
Uh-oh.
Something has
I've
changed
broken
in your
the rules
school
already.
building, and you know it. You felt it. You must figure out what's going on. But remember,
I was
you are
homeschooled,
being
bro.
observed, but not by faculty, not by cameras, by something else.
I was homeschooled. This is what they thought was going to happen if I went to a normal school.
Someone else. We don't know where they came from or why they've chosen schools, but they are studying you, mimicking schedules, repeating patterns. We intercepted their signal. We managed to hide this message inside it. They won't find it.
Please don't be a mimic.
This is now no longer just a warning. Your choices versus will shape what happens next. And if you make the wrong move, you might never see your real classroom again. So, what do you do?
Hell yeah. Okay. Get more details on the situation or just immediately enter the school? Well, it feels like getting more details makes the most sense, right? Unless you're impatient, but I want more details, so let's get more details. Let's get every chance we can.
You chose to know more. Good. That makes you different already. But if you go any further...
Are you seriously telling me that the majority of people who get recruited into a secret society to be an agent aren't going to want to know more about what the job is? I find that hard to believe, my friend. My faceless friend with a bow tie. That's not a bow tie with a regular tie.
You can't take it back.
Why did I call that a bow tie? That's the dick tie.
What they let us collect before the lights went out in room 112, before the floor tiles started bleeding, before the students started repeating each other's voices, it started 3 weeks ago. First report, a girl said her math teacher blinked too many times in a single minute, all while smiling. Then came the second report. The hallway clock stopped, but only for one student.
Something like that?
Everyone else watched time move forward. He stood frozen for 12 minutes. No one remembers him being late. Then, audio anomalies. The school bell rang at 12:07, but when slowed down, you could hear someone whispering underneath. Over and over, we started collecting files, interviews, footage. It all led to one conclusion. The school is infected.
The whole
not
place
by a
is
virus, by something older. Something that
not
knows
haunted.
how humans think, how we act, how we trust. And it's been watching. It doesn't hurt you. Not at first.
Uh-oh.
It studies
Not at
you,
first.
memorizes your choices, and then it mimics someone you trust.
Oh my god, it's another mimic.
Sorry. I just recorded a Vita Carni's video and was talking about how I think that the whole idea of a mimic is a little bit overused as a trope in analog horror. I still am enjoying this so far. It's interesting. The production quality is pretty high, and just the interactive element, that's my favorite. You know, when I was younger, I used to play the Choose Your Own Adventure games, and then I got a little bit older, and, you know, I started doing this, and, you know, that made me even more of a loser than I already was, and it's pretty fun. So anyways, all right. So it mimics our behavior. Who would have thought? Yeah, let's just continue.
Your friend.
Your teacher, your
yourself.
friend.
If you've ever seen someone turn the corner before you heard their footsteps, they were already replaced. This school is no longer managed by humans.
Oh,
There's a
shit.
reason every camera feed is 2 seconds delayed. There's a reason the morning announcements echo in empty rooms, and there's a reason you asked for more details.
I'm trying to pay so much
So
attention.
here's one final detail. We think the anomalies know you clicked this video. You now have two options. Choose fast.
Okay, so first off, it said that the anomalies study first, which almost makes it seem like we are the mimic, right? It's interesting. Maybe I should actually try to play the game and actually choose fast. We have abort mission,
running out of time.
enter the school. We're going to enter the school. I'm not giving up. Ooh, I like this.
You step forward. The hallway lights blink, but just once.
I really
they
like
know
this.
You're here. You try to remember how this school used to look, but something feels off. Not broken, just too quiet, like it's waiting. You move past the lockers. Each one has a name tag, but none of the names are yours. Still, they feel familiar. You hear a chair move inside a classroom, but there's no one there. Just desks, lined up, all facing the wrong wall. You keep walking, and then the announcements begin. But they're not for you.
All students report to the cafeteria for dental clearance. Reminder, do not look directly at the windows. It is not raining.
You weren't going to look at the windows, but now you kind of want to. You pass by the window. There's nothing there, just black. Like the outside world has been deleted. Your phone buzzes, no signal.
We're in the back
no
rooms,
clock,
guys.
Just one message. You are not late. Do not hurry. At the end of the hall, you see a sign.
Was there a...
Exit this way. But the arrow points in two different directions, left and right. Under it, someone has scratched into the wall. You can't leave anymore. You hear footsteps, slow, soft, not behind you. Maybe in the cafeteria.
Shit. Okay, check the cafeteria or keep going in the hallway. Footsteps behind me. Keep going in the hallway. I don't want to die, guys.
You don't wait. You hear something from the cafeteria in the kitchen. You back away, slowly, quietly. Your shoes don't even squeak on the floor. You try not to
This is
breathe
so
too
well
loud.
written. I really
Something
like
was in
this.
there, but you didn't look. You didn't need to. You turn toward the main hallway. The lights are still flickering, just like earlier. But now, one of them is steady, brighter than the rest. Buzzing, like it's pulling too much power. It's above locker number 34. You've passed it 100 times, but today it looks off. There's paper sticking out of it, crumpled, taped down like someone didn't want it to blow away. You walk closer. The
Okay.
paper says, do not open any locker that is already open. But locker number 34 is already open, just
Okay.
an inch. You hear someone call your name, not a shout, more like a soft question. It's coming from the hallway that leads to the gym.
That's bad.
You don't answer.
That's
you
bad.
just stand still.
Nope.
At
No.
the corner, a janitor's closet is slightly open. A yellow light coming from inside. Humming. But there's no one in the school schedule assigned to clean during this period. So, what do?
Try to find the voice. Check the janitor's closet. Try to find the voice. Notice that thumbnail
You
was a
move down the
different
hall.
color, though.
Lights are dim now, but not flickering. They feel still. As you walk, you hear it again. A voice.
Very immersed in
muffled,
this.
slow. It's humming, some kind of song. You turn the corner and you see her. A woman in red, standing just outside the gym doors, facing the wall, hands behind her back, like she's waiting to be called. You stop, she turns, smiles, but only with her mouth.
Oh, there you are. I've been waiting for you.
Her voice is soft, but her eyes don't blink, not once. You ask her if she's faculty, she nods.
I'm the teacher. Well, one of them.
You ask what she's doing here. She tilts her head, as if the question is strange.
I was looking for
That is a
some
strange
meat.
question.
They're always hungry, but they won't eat me anymore.
She laughs. A small breath of air. No joy.
That
in
laugh
it.
was creepy
You
as
ask who
shit.
they are. She doesn't answer. Instead, she steps closer. Just once.
Okay,
One
back up.
soft step.
You smell like the others,
Back up.
but your eyes are different.
You try to step back, but your feet feel stuck. Not trapped, just unsure. You hear something inside the gym. Metal squeaking, as if something heavy just got off the bleachers. The woman
Oh,
speaks
shit.
again.
They let you in, didn't they? The ones behind the glass. Tell them I'm ready, but I won't be gentle.
Her smile widens, just slightly too wide.
What?
She holds out her hand, blood under her fingernails. You have two options now, and neither feels safe.
Eliminate the woman, interrogate the woman. I'm gonna interrogate. I noticed that one's
The
significantly
footage you're
longer.
about to see was recorded 3 hours after capture. The woman in red was escorted out of the gym with no resistance. She did not speak. She did not blink. She smiled only once when asked if she would come quietly. The
Oh,
interrogation
no.
was conducted in Cell B.
Oh,
beneath
we
the
should have
secondary
killed her.
Observation wing. No mirrors, no reflective
This is bad.
surfaces, no screens.
This is
Just two
bad.
chairs, one table, and an active red line recorder. Can you tell us
Emotional
your name?
support.
Names don't work here. You know that.
Humor me.
I used to be Miss Carter. She liked Tuesdays. She loved being a teacher.
She liked
That was
Tuesdays.
before.
Before what?
Imagine
Before I
liking
started remembering
Tuesdays.
things that never happened. Before the students began echoing each other's questions. Before I looked in the mirror and watched myself
They're all
breathe
getting
without me.
assimilated.
You said you were looking for meat. What did you mean?
They get hungry after duplication, not for food. Not the way you think. They eat pattern breaks. Every time someone steps out of rhythm, it feeds them.
Who are they?
Oh.
You already know. You gave them numbers. You tracked their emergence. You just didn't tell anyone when they started to mimic the staff.
You're saying you were replaced?
No, I'm saying I wasn't. Not completely. You should ask me the real question.
What question is that?
What happens if we contain you?
What happens if we contain you?
You think this is about me? I'm just the last warning before the reset. I'm the one that remembers how the loop starts, how it ends, and why you'll never make it past the first hallway next time.
The woman was sealed in a high-frequency cell unit beneath 3 levels of reinforced shielding. No windows, no sound.
Okay, sorry to pause it, but so what I'm understanding is that they feed on anomalies in patterns. So if we do the same thing again in the exact order that we did it, will that like make us avoid, like will that escape the pattern? I have no idea.
Since her containment, the school has returned to full operation. No anomalies detected. Students resumed classes without incident.
Oh no.
Security reports normal camera sync, clocks functional, bell system restored. It's quiet again. Too quiet.
Yeah.
But last night, during system diagnostics, one of the cafeteria cameras, the same hallway where she was found, glitched for exactly 3 seconds. No power loss, no breach, just static. And one new message etched into the wall beneath the frame. We don't need her to begin again.
Damn. Ending 3. That was an ending. Okay, so there's multiple endings then. Okay. Should I keep going? I think I should. So this brings us back to the beginning. They are just going to do what they did again. This time I think I'm going to skip through to the choices. Last we got more details, right?
You chose to know more.
Let's just go through and get back to where we were. I wonder what happens if you abort the mission. Let's explore this a little bit. What happens?
Chose to abort? We understand. Not everyone is built for this.
No,
Most
I'm
people
not.
don't
No,
want the truth.
I
They
don't want the
comfort.
truth.
A
Yes.
warm desk, a bell that rings on time, a teacher
Exactly.
who always smiles. But you already know. Deep down, something is wrong. You felt it. In the hallway that loops back on itself, in the lunch that never goes cold, in the sound of your own name spoken before you entered the room. Aborting doesn't save you. It just delays you. They've already marked you. They know who watched, who clicked, who turned back. You didn't escape.
Shit.
You paused. And we can't promise you'll get another chance. But
That
if you
sucks.
do, and if this message reaches you again, choose differently.
Okay. Just do it different next time. Gotcha. We kept going down the hallway, and this time I think we're going to go to the janitor's closet. Let's see where this takes us.
You slowly push the door open. It creaks just enough to remind you that someone might hear. The yellow
I am
light
curious.
flickers.
Do
It's a
we think that that's AI, what we just saw a second ago? Let me look at it again. I hate how prevalent AI usage has become. It looks like it might be, or it might just be animation. I can't totally tell. I just know it's become very prevalent to use AI in analog horror recently, which is a trend that I
You slowly
frankly
push the door
cannot
open.
stand, but
It creaks just enough to remind
I like
you
the
that
writing at
someone might
least.
hear.
And also
The
we
yellow
don't
light
know, so
flickers. It's a small room with shelves of folded towels, 2 mops leaning against the wall, and a TV.
plus the idea is
Not a flat
original, so
screen.
that's good.
An old CRT. Already on. You step inside. There is no broadcast on the TV, just grainy hallway footage of your school. But something's off.
All right,
It's
someone's
not live.
watching us.
You're watching a recording, but not from security. It's from behind the lockers. Like someone hid a camera in the vents. You lean closer. The timestamp is stuck at 12:42 p.m., but the video is moving. You see a girl in a red hoodie, walking alone, She glances
Okay,
at the
there's the
locker, the one
girl.
you just passed. You blink. The camera zooms in. But she never touched it. She turns around and stares directly at the camera.
Uh-oh.
Like she knew. Behind you, something shifts. You spin. Nothing's there. But now, the TV is showing the janitor's closet. It's showing your view. You're on screen now. You watch yourself watching. You step
What?
back. Something's wrong with this room.
What?
You weren't supposed to come here. Or maybe you were. You now have two options.
Okay, so we can either try to find the woman again or smash the camera feed. And we've already tried the finding the woman route, I feel like. Let's try smashing the camera feed.
You raise your hand.
That was
You
so
hesitate.
weird.
You think maybe there's
Us,
another
like,
way,
seeing
but no.
it
You
was
pick
like
up the fire
our
extinguisher
view.
from the corner. You smash the screen. Glass cracks, wires spit sparks,
I feel like this
the
isn't
image
gonna work.
distorts. And just before it dies, you see yourself watching you. The room goes quiet. Too quiet. Not empty quiet. Vacuum quiet. Like the whole school stopped breathing. The door behind you opens, but no one is there. Just the hallway again. Exactly as it was before. Same flickering lights. Same locker slightly open, same sound of shoes, but those sounds are yours. You step out, you hear the
Oh,
announcements.
we're
Again, you're
doomed.
seeing this broadcast, but it's not coming from the intercom. It's coming from the inside of your locker. You reach for it. Your hand touches the cold metal, but there's something else taped to it now. A paper with 5 words, "You already made this choice." You hear footsteps, not behind, not ahead, from above, as if someone is walking on the ceiling, repeating your steps, mirroring your path. You look back at the janitor's door. It's closed. Was it ever open? You blink. The lights reset.
I do
Flicker
like the
once,
way that
then
they're
again.
doing the mimic
A
thing.
voice
It's
comes
pretty
from the
cool.
intercom. You are now part of the code red. You try to move, but your body already knows the path. You walk without choosing. The school is waiting.
Damn, ending 1. Okay, so we obviously got assimilated, and we need to try and find ending 2. We've seen 2 of them. I think there's 3 total. Let's keep going. Okay, we tried to find the woman, and this time we're going to try and kill her. Let's see if that does anything.
The decision is made. You lift the device they gave you, compact, silent, government issued, no recoil, no blood, just a click.
Okay.
She doesn't move, she just watches you. And for the first time, she blinks.
Uh-oh.
Once. She whispers, almost kindly,
You always pick the simple ending.
then she vanishes. No scream, no collapse, just gone. A low sound rolls through the school.
Damn.
Not a siren, more like a breath. The lights stop flickering, the hallways fall quiet, the signal stops looping. It feels like everything resets.
Target neutralized. Infection classified as contained. Well
Damn.
done, Agent.
They tell you the mission is over. You may exit the building.
I don't
You walk through
believe
the front
that.
doors, and the morning sun is already waiting. The sky looks cleaner than you remember. Too clean. They tell you everything will return to normal. The school will open again in 2 weeks. New staff will be assigned. No one will remember what happened here. They say you made the right choice. They always say that. But as you leave the gate, you pass by a mirror in the
Strange.
hallway.
Uh-oh.
And for half a second, you see her again.
Okay, so when I first started this, I saw comments that said there were 2 endings. We found 3, so that was obviously wrong. All of them have left mystery. This one feels like it might be the good ending, but we've still kind of lost, and there were still some directions that we didn't explore. So I kind of want to try the cafeteria. Let's see what happens when we do that. Excuse me while I just skip ahead. Enter the school. No getting details on the situation. Screw that. Check the cafeteria. We have not done that yet. Here we go. Oh, this is horrible.
You step into the cafeteria, but
Oh,
it's
so
not much
dark.
time. There's no one here. And yet you hear trays being picked up, forks scraping plates, a low hum of voices, but the room is empty. The smell is strange. Not food. Something older. Metal.
Not one
or
thing,
dust.
something
like the kitchen
else.
hasn't been used in years. But the lights are still on, and every table is clean. Perfectly clean. You walk past the food line. There's no food. Just trays. Lined up. Each with a name card. One of the trays has your name, but the handwriting is just different.
I
It's your
really like
name,
the
but you
setting
didn't
of
write
this.
it. You hear the speaker crackle, but there's no voice. Just one sound. A fork tapping glass. Again, and again, and again. You turn around, and one chair is now pulled out. You're not sure if it was like that before, but now it is. And the tray in front of it is full. On the tray, a
Uh-oh.
single item. something wrapped in foil, moving slightly, like it's breathing.
Uh-oh.
You don't open it, but something inside whispers, "You're late. It's getting cold."
Aw,
The
damn
lights
it.
blink again. You hear shoes squeaking. Someone just walked into the kitchen, but no one walks out. On the far wall, written in fading red letters, "You are the meal now."
Okay, I want to check the kitchen.
You push the swinging door open. The kitchen is dark. Not pitch
Ooh.
black, but enough that everything looks gray. It smells worse in here.
So
Like
cool.
wet cloth, and something burned a long time ago. There's no one inside, but the back freezer is open, cold air spilling out. You don't go near it. You don't need to. You already know something's wrong. On the counter, a cutting board. A knife, still dripping. Not with sauce,
Oh,
but
this
with
is
blood.
not
You
with
move closer.
sauce.
On the wall, the fridge is filled with meat, a lot of it. Some are still fresh. But meat is a little odd. You hear the tap turn on, by itself. Slow stream, but the water's red. You step back, but the door won't swing
Not
open
water,
again. You push
but
harder.
blood.
Nothing happens.
I wonder if the red water was actually sauce this
Then
entire
you hear
time.
it. A chair sliding in the cafeteria. Someone is sitting down, but you can't see who. A second later, you hear your own voice say it's ready. The freezer door slams
no.
shut. Something behind you moves. Slow, heavy, wet footsteps on the tile. You don't turn around, but it doesn't matter. Because now you're what's on the tray. You are their next meal. Mission failed. Try again next time.
Damn. Okay. Oh, I guess that was another ending, kind of, where we lost and we were doomed. Okay. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with having the ending be a death. I think this is cool. I think it's neat. You can play for yourself down below in the description if you'd like. See if there's any endings that I've missed. I think it's a really creative use of YouTube's like unlisted videos and end card functions. Like just the idea behind it is really creative and it's kind of inspiring. I adore it. That's my favorite part. The storytelling's pretty cool. Like I said, it's a little bit generic, but the production quality is pretty good. I'm hoping that those couple pieces of art that I saw aren't AI, but I kind of suspect that they are. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Hope you're having a fantastic evening. I will see you in the next video. We are Legion. This has been another Daniel Profeta video. Goodbye.